Yes, be nice to yourself and be your biggest fan. Cheer for yourself, give yourself a high five, have your own back, and believe in yourself. Spend 80% of your time loving and supporting the very person you're responsible for, which is you. And be grateful for the opportunity to be alive and have goals and missions in your life. But the other 20%, if you want it bad enough, is to acknowledge that there's a gap between who you are and who you want to become. Because once you acknowledge that gap, you can begin to cross it. No one will ever hate you with the intensity that you hate yourself. And that's why you absolutely must take the time to build your self worth. And life would be really easy if building your self worth was simply as easy as looking at yourself and repeatedly telling yourself that you love yourself. But it's not. The reality is, if you want to love yourself, you have to do something that is worthy of that love. You have to do something that you believe in. You have to find a way to build credibility with yourself. To tell yourself you're going to do something and know that you're actually going to see it through. The reality is, we're all watching ourselves all the time. And your biggest fear should be to be exposed. And I don't mean by others, I mean to yourself. Are you saying what you're doing? Does your ambitions match your actions? Because we all know how we behave. And so you really have to think about that. The happiest I've ever been is when I'm comfortable and when I'm relaxing, being complacent and secure, filled with certainty. But those are also the moments where we constantly judge ourselves for being too stagnant, losing the momentum and the drive that we once had, and we do think whether or not we're following through on the things that we said we were going to do. And it's okay to start from zero. It's okay to start small. It's okay not to have a grand dream. It's okay to be complacent. It's very okay not to become the number one player when really you're a great number three. You don't need to be on top to love yourself. But what you do need is purpose. What you do need is to take that time and to define what is it that you're trying to do with your life. Why do you matter? What is it that you're trying to bring to yourself and to the world? And that doesn't have to be big. That just has to be real. It has to be something that's true to you. It has to be something that you're willing to commit to. And once you're willing to commit to it, to put in the energy every day to get up and pursue that thing. And again, this isn't about your parents. This isn't about the expectations of other people and dominant social cultural standards. This isn't about anybody. Everybody can tell you that they love you. And you're enough. That you just exist. And if you just exist, everything will be fine. But I know that in your head, in all of our heads, is a voice that says that just isn't true. And so to connect to ourselves and to find that meaning, to develop it, to create something in our lives, we have to set an intention. And we have to pursue that intention. Start small, know what you want, get out of bed, get after it. Set rules for yourself, follow those rules. Once you start doing those simple things, and again, they don't have to be big, but once you start setting a rule, having an intention, following your rules, building towards that intention, suddenly you're going to earn that credibility with yourself. And then all of a sudden, no matter what anybody says to you, and they are going to say negative things, haters are going to come after you. That's just a reality of life. But if you have the belief in you, if people are doubting how far you can go so far, you can't even hear them anymore. Sometimes we cannot say that it's easy, but what we can say is that it's possible. So believe that you are worthy because you take small steps every day to do something that means something to you. It doesn't matter what other people think, but it matters a lot what you think about yourself when you're by yourself. So earn that worth. Peace and love.
いきますよ。いきますよ。大丈夫です。次は貴様だといいぜ。大丈夫です。